Chapter 14 of Bhagavad Gita. At the end of chapter 13, Bhagwan said that the soul which resides in the body does nothing, is not at all entangled in any of the activities, except that it illuminates the entire body into what we call consciousness, Chetana. So, Chetana or consciousness is a kind of prakash, is a kind of light. Illumination refers to lighting up the body. And if anything is lighted up, the source of light is the source of wavelength. So the soul is the source of some kind of wavelength, very special wavelength called consciousness, Chetana. And when the soul leaves the body, that Chetana is gone, the consciousness is gone, the Prakash is gone, the light is gone. So we say that Deepak bujh gaya. Jivan ka Deepak bujh gaya. So that's all about chapter 13. Now we come to chapter 14. Bhagwan told Arjun and said to Arjun that, look, I'm going to tell you something very important, very special. It's a point of wisdom which a yogi always knows, and he thinks about it and tries to practice it. And what is that? It is the fact that I am the creator of inorganic matter and organic matter, Parashakti, Aparashakti. As a result of interaction of these forms, these two forms, the body is formed, material body is formed. That is, we all have material body. Bhagavan says that in the material body I plant the seed. And as I'm plant the seed, I am the father. But the material body, which is the product of organic and inorganic matter, is also produced by God. So the God is also mother. Because the seed grows in the body, Bhagwan in this particular case refers particularly to being father. Bhagwan says that, well, all organisms are formed in this way, they are reproduced. But these organisms, these human beings, belong to three different categories. They are endowed with three different modes and they follow three modes of life. One mode of life is called Satuguna, mode of goodness. The second mode of life is called the mode of passion, Rajogun, and the third mode of life is called the mode of Tamogun, ignorance. In the Satugun class, people are free from vices, sins. They always do things which are above board. They are not involved in worldly activities and fruitive actions. They are absorbed in me, my thought. They do the worship and they practice the ascetic life which has been defined by Vedas. The people that belong to Rajogun class run after Trishna, desires and longings. And when they do so, they fall into the trap, they fall into the vortex, and they become slave of their own actions. They find no time for anything else, anything higher. And such people are born again to do the same kind of thing. Whereas those born in Satugun class are reborn in noble families. The third category is that of mode of ignorance called tamogun. In this class, people are lethargic, they sleep too much, they are involved in all kinds of clandestine and shady activities. They don't believe in God, they do not do any devotional services, they are skeptical about all good things. Such people are born in the category of animals. पशु में जन्म होता है. But there is a chance, there is a scope of improvement in life. One can improve upon one's conduct and upgrade themselves. At this point, Arjun asked Bhagwan that, please tell me if there is any other category which is above all these categories. And if they belong to such categories, how would they be identifiable? How can I identify them? Bhagwan says, okay, I'll tell you that those people can be identified by the fact that for them, pebbles and gold mean the same thing. For them, enemies and friends are on the same footing, relatives and strangers on the same footing. If you hurl abuses, they will not mind. If you heap praises, they will not be affected. They remain totally equipoised and they are always thinking of me and they worship me. They are not concerned when in anything worldly. They are udasin. And such people are very dear to me, they are very close to me, and they are entitled to be the resident of my abode. Bhagwan Krishna has said all these things because these are difficult in life to practice and they are very important as well. A very good teacher has always to emphasize upon very important things and very difficult things so that it becomes easier for their students. This is all about chapter 14 of Bhagavad Gita.